Hi guys, this is Sam and welcome to Logic. For today's advanced vocabulary and listening video, I've drawn inspiration from a hot topic that has permeated the internet and public debate for a while now, namely the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. Since this trial snowballed into a plethora of YouTube and TikTok videos, I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon myself and make a video about legal English. In fact, I will actually be making three. Today's one is an account of the trial, then I'll make another one on strictly legal terminology, and then I'll make a further one on the non-legal meanings of these legal terms that we're going to look at next time. Before we start, here are a few disclaimers. I am not a lawyer, nor do I claim to be one, so the legal terminology that I will present to you today is what an average civilian would know based on what we see on TV and read in the newspapers. I'm not here to discuss the case, to give you my opinion on it, to support or criticise a verdict, or to sway you in any particular direction. What is very important to understand is that I don't actually know much about the case because I did not follow it at all. All the background information that I'm going to give you about the case now is based on some research that I did on the internet to prepare this video, and I'm only going to give you the general gist of what happened. The only active knowledge that I have about the case is through two very short clips that my friend showed me, which I will comment on, but only to have an extra chance to use some fancy vocabulary. And this is just a vocabulary video, and the case is simply a little bit of inspiration, as I thought you might be interested in analysing the terminology that they used during the trial if you've been following it. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and now let's get started. Let's start from the very beginning. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are both famous Hollywood actors, Johnny Depp's standing within the show business being significantly more prominent. They got married in 2015, and in 2016, Amber Heard filed for divorce and obtained, or was granted, a restraining order against Johnny Depp as she claimed, or alleged, that he'd been physically and verbally abusive towards her. This is where the plot thickens. In 2018, Amber Heard released an op-ed, which is an article stating that she'd been victim of abuse in the past and that 2 years before she'd become a public figure representing domestic abuse, and she'd had the rare vantage point of seeing how institutions protect men accused of abuse. And this very op-ed lies at the core of what came to be this big media magnet that we're now talking about, despite the fact that Amber Heard never actually mentioned Depp's name in her op-ed. He felt like it was directly aimed at him, and he retaliated by filing a defamation lawsuit against her in 2019. To defame someone means to write or say false things about someone that tarnish and besmirch their reputation, resulting in people having a negative opinion of this person, which could also lead to them losing their job and overall standing within their community. Defamation is the noun, and something defamatory defames you. Heard then countersued Depp, claiming that he tried to defame her and damage her career through 3 statements released by one of his lawyers. On the 1st of June 2022, the jury reached a verdict that found Heard guilty or liable for all the defamation matters brought against her, meaning that her claims of abuse from Depp were not substantiated enough to be considered true, whilst Depp was found liable for one of the 3 defamation matters raised against him. The result of this trial is that Depp's name has now been cleared, as in the eyes of the law he did not physically abuse Heard, who intends to appeal this decision, meaning that she wants the verdict to be overturned. In the beginning, I said that I'd watched 2 short clips of Heard's testimony, and again, without meaning to give my general opinion on the overall case, my take on these 2 isolated instances is that she was blatantly lying through her teeth, and I will tell you why. The first clip is about her divorce settlement, which granted her $7 million, the entirety of which she claimed she donated to charity. During the trial, Depp's lawyers asked her under oath if she had indeed donated the money, and she resiliently and relentlessly said, "Yes, I've pledged the entirety of the sum to charity." What is interesting here is the difference in meaning between to donate and to pledge. To pledge to do something or to pledge something to someone means to officially promise to do something at some point in the future, but that doesn't mean that you've already fulfilled your promise. If you pledge your money to me now, it doesn't mean that your money is going from your bank account into mine as we speak. It simply means that you are promising me now that at some point in the future I will get your money. To donate, however, means that your money is not in your bank account anymore and it now belongs to the entity that you've donated it to. So, the way this specific event unfolded was that the lawyer asked Heard if she'd actually donated the money, i.e. whether the money had actually left her bank account, and she said yes, she had pledged it. The lawyer then mentioned the fact that these 2 words, pledge and donate, don't have the same meaning, and Amber replied that she uses them as synonyms. After the lawyer clarified the difference in meaning and showed that the records showed that she hadn't actually paid the money into these charities' accounts, Amber Heard still claimed that by pledging it, she'd basically donated it, which is not true because the money hadn't, in fact, left her bank account. What I found bizarre about this was the fact that even when she was faced with the irrefutable truth about the difference in meaning between pledge and donate and her bank statements, Heard was still adamant that these 2 words meant exactly the same thing, and she repeated that several times as if she was trying to convince us and the lawyer of that, which in itself I found quite evasive. It took her a while to finally admit that the money hadn't actually left her bank account yet, and her whole way of going about this thing came across to me as her clutching at straws, hoping that she would get away scot-free. The second clip refers to when she described how she used a bruise kit used in the film industry to cover the bruises that Depp had allegedly caused her. This kit contains makeup that can create the illusion that you have fake bruises on you. Makeup artists use it to give fake bruises to actors for film and TV. Amber Heard walked the jury through the process of her hiding or concealing bruises with this kit instead, and she said that she applied foundation first, concealer second, and then colour corrector. But if you do that, the colour corrector, which is a very strong shade, will be very visible and will actually end up giving you a bruise rather than hiding it. If you want to hide it, you use colour corrector first, concealer second, and then foundation. So, I feel like her attempt to bamboozle people into believing she'd covered her bruises actually backfired, because it showed us that she knows exactly what to do to give herself fake bruises that she can then use to claim she's been assaulted. Okay, it's now time for you to go and digest all of this new intense vocabulary that I've bombarded you with today. And please make sure you don't miss my next vocabulary video coming up in a couple of weeks, where I discuss strictly legal English terminology. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel down below. And do let me know in the comments what you thought about the trial if you followed it. In the meantime, I will see you on Thursday and Monday with my quick vocabulary videos, and on Tuesday with my next explanation one.